Pokemon trainers? Welcome back to another Beast EM2 video. Before Community Day Timber arrives, let's go ahead and showcase Gurdurr because it is one of my favorite Pokemons to use in the Great League. Now, when Go Battle League was first introduced and that whole Altaria meta, I decided to power up a Gurdurr, and I was actually surprised by it. And now with seeing a lot of fairies, I decided to, you know what, let's go ahead and bring back and see if we could run the Gurdurr with some Pokemon and see how well it performs. And this was a team that did really well for me. I was able to boost up my elo by a couple of points, and as you can see there, it's gonna be Gurdurr, Azumarill, and Trevenant. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the commentary. So that Trevenant went down because of a little bit of lag, but right here we're gonna be bringing in our Gurdurr, and as you can see there, our opponent swaps into Pelipper, and they're able to catch this Brick Break instead of the Stone Edge. And right there, instead of trying to go for Stone Edge, we decided to swap into our Azumarill to soak up any kind of damage that the Pelipper is gonna throw. For example, a Hurricane like you see right there. And our play here is gonna be to just go play rough. We're not running Ice Beam on this. We decided to run Hydro Pump simply because of the Galarian Stunfisk in order to one-shot it with the Hydro Pump. They bring in Obamasnow once again. If this is a Weather Ball, it shouldn't knock us out yet. As you can see there, it didn't. And we're going to be able to throw a Play Rough right there. So, of course, Gurdurr with Timber Community Day. Timber is going to be a fun community day to do. And as you can see there, now we're going to bring in Gurdurr. And as you can see, Poison Jabs are going to be doing super effective damage to that Obamasnow. And those Brick Breaks are going to be threatening that Obamasnow as well. Now we're going to go ahead and shield this Energy Ball. It's very weird that it was Energy Ball. They should have probably done a Weather Ball, which would have been a better play right there. Regardless though, we're able to pick up the win with a Brick Break right there. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the second battle. This Sandslash right here. But they swap into Azumarill, and this is what I'm talking about. They aren't expecting Poison Jab, and because we have Poison Jab, we're doing super effective damage. And now in comes a Stone Edge. This Stone Edge right here does a decent. We froze up a little bit. My device has been freezing up. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max and it's freezing up. But regardless though, we're able to get right back into the battle. And as you can see, those Poison Jabs. Azumarill is supposed to beat a fighting types, right? But those Poison Jabs are able to farm down the Azumarill. We have loaded energy. We know they have a Sandslash. That's gonna be fine. And let's go ahead and see what they decide to bring in. They bring in the Sandslash, and now we're going to be throwing those Brick Breaks. We almost farmed full energy, that full 100 energy, and now we have we have two back-to-back Brick Breaks, and we're close to a third. So our opponent will shield right there, and let's see if we could win the CMP tie. We can. So Gurdurr right there picking up an amazing damage right there to that Sandslash. Our Gurdurr's now gonna finally go down, but just think about how much damage the Gurdurr has done to the Azumarill and to the Sandslash. Now we're gonna bring in our own Azumarill. They bring in Ampharos, which is gonna be a very tough battle because of Brutal Swing, and we're gonna be very weak to it. They do throw one Brutal Swing, but we survive and we're able to get to a charge move, and this is gonna be putting a decent amount of damage on that Ampharos. And now Azumarill comes in here. Depending on what charge move it has, it thankfully was, I believe it's only probably running Brutal Swing, or they panicked right there and they forfeited the match. So GG's to my opponent. But you were able to see just how powerful Gurdurr is right there. Now let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. Gurdurr versus a Beedrill. This one right here, we need to go Stone Edge, and we do need to shield because Gurdurr is it's not like the tankiest of Pokemons, but if our opponent does not know the moveset, which trust me, a bunch of trainers don't, we could have caught it by surprise right there. Unfortunately though, we're gonna swap now into our Trevenant to try and catch a charge move, but then I decided to shield, and it was a good shield right there. Aerial Ace. They bring in a Lowland Marowak, and this is now going to be a problem. Right here, this Trevenant is most likely gonna go down to the Alolan Marowak because we are down shields, and this should be a Shadow Bone right here. They actually threw a Flame Wheel, which was very interesting. And now Azumarill is going to be able to come in here and farm up so much energy right here. This is really good for our Hydro Pump. Shadow Bone comes in. Thankfully, we did not get debuffed. And as you can see there, we're going to go straight for the farm down against this Alolan Marowak, as you could see here. They're going to throw another Shadow Bone. We do get the debuff right there. They bring in Pelipper and we threw Hydro Pump. So that was a big mistake. And unfortunately here we are going to be farming up some energy. We tried to get to a play rub to be able to throw it. Unfortunately though, we cannot. And we're going to go down, and Gurdurr right there is going to be able to get to the Stone Edge. And you're going to see right here, if you're able to land Stone Edges with this Gurdurr, you're going to be surprising those flyers. Unfortunately though, the Beedrill comes in and knocks us out. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. Gurdurr versus Lantern. Lantern is a very common Great League Pokemon that you're seeing right here. And the way we're deciding to play this is we're going to shield the first charge move. And then depending on what our opponent does, we're going to try to bait and preserve some energy with the break. Thankfully our opponent does shield, which is perfect right there. And now we're going to go Stone Edge. Now right here, I believe I don't shield because we know we're going to be able to survive that Surf. And Stone Edge is not going to be coming in. Right here, like I said, if they tried to catch a move with the flying type, they would have been surprised right there. Thankfully, we picked up the second shield, which is perfect. This puts us in a great spot because we're going to be able to bring in Trevenant right here. And we're not going to shield anything because we don't have to. We resist Thunderbolt and Surf. And right here, we're going to be able to get to the Seed Bomb and hopefully knock out this Lantern right here. From that range, it does go down. And now we're going to see what our opponent has in the back. Shields are down for them. They do have a Steelix, which is going to be fine. Hydro Pump right here should do a lot of damage to that Steelix. They're going to be throwing a charge move. Breaking Swipe. We're going to be able to resist those all day long. Steelix is also very common now because of Breaking Swipe. I don't have one yet, but I'm seeing it in the Go Battle League so many times, in the Ultra League and the Great League. We're going to go ahead and throw this Hydro Pump. It does a decent amount of damage. And now right here, we're going to try to focus on farming down this Steelix. Right here, we do not need to shield because, again, Breaking Swipe will not do a lot of damage towards us. And we're going to be looking to farm down. And just remember, we are getting debuffed after every Breaking Swipe that they throw. As you can see there, now they bring in Togetic, and what I probably should have done here was I should have swapped out and saved that Hydro Pump, because now that Hydro Pump does no damage to that Togetic. Thankfully though, we do have a shield, and we're going to be able to shield with our Trevenant and throw the Shadow Ball. Seed Bomb will be resisted by that Togetic, and Shadow Ball should do a bunch of neutral damage because it is such a strong move. Almost knocks it out, but we're able to pick up the win comfortably. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the last battle of the video. Again, another Gurdurr versus Lantern lead. Right here, we're going to decide to play it a little bit different now. We are going to shield this first one. And because we usually shield, our opponent is going to expect to shield as well. Because I've noticed that they feel like I have a good move. Stone Edge does not land against that Blaziken, but we're able to bring in our Azumarill and start farming it down. Right here, I was expecting a Blast Burn, but it's actually going to be a Brave Bird, which is actually really good. But we're able to farm down that Blaziken. Now they bring in back their Lantern, and now Play Rough is going to be perfect right here. It's going to hit for good neutral damage, but we do pick up their last shield, and this is going to put us in a great spot because we could bring in Trevenant and start farming up energy. And hopefully, we do not need to shield anything. Like I said, Lantern does not throw anything that would be super effective. They bring in their Stunfisk, and this is going to be perfect. We're going to bring in Gurdurr right here and try to get as many brick breaks as we can. I believe we aren't going to shield with our Gurdurr, but look at how much damage that brick break did. And I believe now we are going to shield that. So this Gurdurr right here, Stunfisk throws Earthquake. Probably shouldn't have because a Rock Slide would have been enough from that range. And as you can see there, we're going to throw another Brick Break and hopefully beat this Stunfisk to the charge move. And we do. So you can see that Gurdurr right there putting in work, knocking out that Stunfisk. And now this Lantern's going to be coming in. Hopefully we could get one last one. We could. So Gurdurr right there putting in the work. Let me know down below what you think about this team. And now we bring in Trevenant and pick up the win. So let me know what you guys think about this team. Let me know what team you guys are running in the Great League. Let me know if you're excited for Timber Community Day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.